Hi, boys and girls. I am here today to continue our learning of alternate spellings for the k sound. We've already learned alternate spelling for the b and the p, okay? So today there's going to be 4 different alternate spellings for the sound k. As you can see behind me, I have made this beautiful tree. I am no artist, of course, but I tried my best. At the bottom of the tree trunk, you can see the sound k, the sound k. So these branches are the 4 different ways you can spell the k sound, okay? One of them is the C, CK, CC, and K. All these different spelling ways always sound like k. But when do we use a C or K or CK or CC when we hear the sound k? I am here to tell you. I want you to look at my branches. What do you notice about them? I hope you're seeing that they're not all the same size, because you're right. The C branch is the longest. The longer the branch, the more common that spelling is. So, every time we hear the sound k, most of the time we're going to spell it with the C because it's our longest branch. The CC, it's really rare when we spell words with the CC when we hear the sound k, okay? So the K is also a pretty common way. CK is less common. The CC is rare, okay? But you can see the C is the longest branch, okay? So I am going to tell you when we use each type of spelling. So show me that you're ready, because there's going to be a lot of learning, okay? We use the C spelling when, generally when words at the beginning have a CA as in cat, a CO as in caught, and a CU as in cut, okay? So if a word starts with a CA, CO, CU, you're most likely gonna use that C spelling, okay? It's also going to be at the initial consonant clusters of CR as in crash, okay? S, CR as in scratch, I'm scratching, and SC as in scare, and CL as in climbing, climb. Okay, you are also going to use the spelling C for the sound k at the final position of a multi-syllable word. The word has to be more than 1 syllable. If you hear the k sound at the end, you know it's a C if it's multiple syllables. Like clinic or picnic. Those are both more than 1 syllable and they have the k sound at the end, which means we use the C. And then lastly, when there's a consonant clutter of C, T at the end of a word. For example, at or elect. Okay? So we use the consonant, we use the spelling of the word, of the sound k with a C when the words start in CA, CO, CU, or the consonant clutters of CR, SCR, SC, and CL, okay? We use it at the final position of the sound k. If it's more than 1, if it's a multi-syllable word and you hear k at the end, it is a C, okay? And at the end, when you when there is a CT, like act. If you hear the kt, you know that the k sound is going to be a C spelling, okay? Now let's move over here to the K spelling. The K is going to be the next most common way to spell the k sound. So you're going to spell it when the beginning of the word starts with K-I, K-E, so K-I as in kitchen, K-E as in kettle, or when there's a beginning consonant clutter. Consonant means letters that are not your vowels, A-E-I-O-U. So the consonant clutter of S-K, as in skip, okay? You can also use it preceding a long vowel. Remember, long vowels say their name, A-E-I-O-U. So every time you see a vowel, or you hear a vowel says its name, it's a long vowel. And if there's a k after it, you know that it's going to be the K spelling. For example, steak, A, you heard the vowel's name, so it's a long vowel, k, steak. The k follows a long vowel, so you know that it's going to be a K spelling. Or like the word Greek. Greek. The k comes after the long vowel E, okay? It says his name, so you know that there's a K. And then other ways that we use the spelling K is at the end of consonant clutters that have an S, K, or an N, K, like desk or think. Oops. Or think, okay? So the consonant clutter ends in S, K, and K. So you're hearing the D, E, S, K, the S, K. You know the K sound is going to be a K. Or think, I, N, K. You heard the N, K. The K is going to be a K because you have the N-K. And it also separates a vowel digraph, like, or cake. You see that it's separating that I-E and the A-E, that vowel. So to review, when do we use the K spelling for the sound K? When it begins with K-I, K-E, the consonant clutter S-K. After you hear the K, after a long vowel say their name. So if you hear K after A-E-I-O-U, you know that there's a K for the spelling. When you have the ending of S-K or N-K, or when it separates vowel digraphs like A-E and I-E, okay? Now let's move over to the C-K spelling for the sound K. This is the third most common way that we spell the sound K. And it's not at the beginning of a word. It is generally used after a short vowel. Short vowels are A, E, I, okay? So it is often used, the CK, after a short vowel. For example, st, a, k, st, a, k. You heard the k after the short vowel a. So it is going to be the spelling CK. Or tickle. T, I, k, tickle. You heard the k sound after the which is that short vowel sound. So you know that the k is going to be the spelling of a CK. Here's another word, tackle. T-a-k-o, okay? You heard the the short vowel sound, so you know the k sound is spelled with the CK. So, you use the CK spelling when you hear the sound k after a short vowel. After a short vowel, So if you hear the sound k after a short vowel, you know it's that CK spelling. And the very last one, that's really rare, meaning not used often, is a CC, okay? So it is never, ever used at the beginning of a word or the beginning of a syllable, okay? Or it's also not used if the word is one syllable, okay? So never at the beginning of the word or the syllable, and never if the word is one syllable, okay? So it's used in words that are more than one syllable. Words like soccer, or hiccup, or the word raccoon. So the double C spelling is never used at the beginning of a word or syllable if the word is one syllable, okay? And it's rarely used, okay? So here is the tree, so you can see all the different times, all the different ways we use spelling for the sound k. C is the most common, K, CK, and CC, okay? I hope you get a chance to replay this video again, because there's a lot of information you learned, and it's going to help you so much and become such a better writer, okay? So watch it.